Welcome everyone and thank you for your time to attend this rehearsal. And today we are going to show you of how the system work on the day. And firstly, I will welcome Andrew, our CETA Managing Director on screen to greeting and welcome you.
Hi everyone. Good morning to those in UK. Good afternoon, Tony in Bangkok. No, thank you very much for taking your time. I know you've got a busy schedule today, but we've got a very succinct summary that we'll present to you. I won't go into technical details. I'll leave that to Zip Event, but just a quick update for the promotions for the fair. We have another campaign since the February fair. We have another, at the moment, a new 45 families registered. That's on top of the 300 leads we received from the last event. The last event, 93 of the 300 participated in the event, but what we experienced is that the level of engagement was very low, and we've made a lot of design changes to make it easier for access, that they can talk to our CETA counsellors to recommend schools. Previously, that may have been a little bit hidden from them. We've got features there that the exhibitors can instantly engage with the families as soon as they make a chat in contact, which is a big improvement to increase the level of interaction. So, we're re-inviting the 300 leads to this fair, and this week we expect a lot more registrations than the 45. So as part of the strategy was not to have just one single event, but to have a follow-up event. So the number of leads this year above last year, we're on approximately 500. Last year it was 200 with the face-to-face event, but of course we can't gauge the level of seriousness at this stage. It's our job to follow that up. The other part is that the students, the families, will probably take right up to the end of May to make up decisions whether they do want to enrol for September this year. From the last fair, 23% said they would still looking at September 2021 for enroll, and the remainder was mostly 2022. But once again, it's our role to follow up to secure if they can come in as early as 2021 this year. So I've just given you a lot of stats and things, but just to say we've got good inquiry. It's an opportunity for us to follow up. The inquiries we've got are from our target market of 80% are from lower secondary and upper primary school ages, which is good for us. And our indications are that 38% are from international schools, which once again is our target market because that's correct demographic that can afford overseas study and is English ready. So in that respect, the leads are promising, but a lot of work to go to convert them to enrolments. So that's my quick update. I'll hand over back to Helen and Zip Event to go through the logistics for today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andrew. And now I will hand over this to Jay, who will be introduce you to the system. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Okay, so hello. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Helen, and thank you, CETA team. So basically, my name is Jay. I'm from Pacific Event. So we will walk you through three main parts. The first one is the look and feel and how the exact virtual event will be appearing to students and parents. The second part will be walking you through the administration system for the exhibitor. So how can you edit your information, upload brochures, answering to chat, and start video calling with students. And the third part and the last part is to open you to the manuals of the exhibitors so that we can wrap up and you can see the overall experience. Okay, so beginning with the first part, let me share my screen. Okay, so this is the look and feel of the actual virtual event, CETA virtual event. So once the parents or students have registered, they will receive a unique link to enter the event, in which the first part will be, so we have many menus, so they can see like the information of the event. They can start to go directly to see the exhibitor, or they can chat or have a CETA online counseling. Okay, so when they enter the exhibition hall, they can see many booths based on the country. So, and also they can search using the booth list like this. Okay, so they can search using the name of school or the country. And once they're interested in which booth, they can just go directly into the booth. And once landing, they'll be able to see, for example, a brochures and handout of the school. They can see the video presentation, as well as see the booth information and photo book. So these are the materials that you have previously provided to us. So we have uploaded already. But if there's any keys that you need to change, you can also update it on the back end that we'll be presenting to you afterwards. And most important part, the students can instantly click to have a conversation and chat with a school representative. So I'll show you an example. Okay, so continuing to the second part, as a school, you can we will provide a link as well as a username and password for every school so that you can log in into the backend system for the exhibitor, in which you can edit your information, school information. So if there's any changes that need for the information, you can edit and click save. And for the chat room, as you can see that I can see, as an exhibitor, I can see the incoming chats from the visitor, and I can instantly reply. Okay, so the students will be able to see the message replied by you. And if they would like to request for a call, they can, get ready and then hit the button and click send to let you know. And as an exhibitor, for our system, we allow the exhibitor to initiate the video calling. So you can do so by clicking the phone button at the above. And we will put your school name in the name. And if you want to edit, you can edit. And from the student side or parent side, they will see an incoming call like this with a ringing. So they can accept the call. And as you can see that the name is previously, it will automatically fill. Okay, let me open my camera. All right, so basically the system allow you to have a conversation with parents or students. And for the interpreter will be able to see this link and click to join to help you communicate with the students. So the overall conversation will look like this. All right, so if there is more than two representatives from your school, you will see additional people in the screen. And in this screen, you can have a chat conversation if you need, and can also share your screen. So it's very easy to share a screen. Okay, and the open microphone and the video can be do so at the bottom of the screen. All right, to save my computer, I will click leave right now. Okay, and the next part is that the students can, once they have registered, they can have a pre-select schedule with you. So basically, once they have registered, they can select to match at the specific time to your school, in which once they have, the one they send the request, you'll be able to notify via email. So we will notify you with the representative email so that you can go into the system and see the requests and answering to those requests. And once you have accepted, the request will be directly in your schedules, and you can click, sorry, I will change language. All right. And you can click go to meeting, in which once the time of the meeting time start, it will land it into the chat room so that you can initiate a conversation with the students, in which the students can answering to your chat using the chat box in the virtual event as well. So it's an easier way to help you communicate once you have booked at that specific time. And the last part is the brochures and any documents that you need to upload it. You can do so by going to the promotion. So we will upload all the materials that have been sent by your school into the system. But if there's any changes that you need or any updates, you can do so by adding files into this menu. And we accept various kind of file types from JPEG, PNG, JPG, or documents or PDF. Okay, and going to the last part, which is the exhibitor manual. So basically, everything that you see will be sent to you afterwards within this Wednesday, in which you can be able to log in and try the system. So to summarize, there are three main systems to be used during the fair. The first one is the event system that I've shown to you. So basically, you can have a text chat with the clients, you can have a video call, and have an advanced appointment booking in which you can accept the request and start chatting with them and manage your school information. The second part is the Skype that we will send to you to help you communicate with interpreter during the event. And the third part is a Google Sheet in which CETA is designed to help you track and keep the information. And Helen can help you. Can you help me explain in more detail?
Yeah, sure. For this part, the interpreter will be able to assist you to take notes of each client, and we recommend you to do this because if there is any typing error from the recitation, we still have this information to follow up. Or if you prefer to do handwriting, please feel free to do, and you can write on your papers and scan and send it back to CETA to follow up. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, and the next part will be the system usage for Exhibitor. So we will send you with the link as well as your username and password to log in into your booth. And once logged in, we have 12 menus as I previously shown to you: the Exhibitor info, chat room, business matching, and promotion. The info allow you to edit the information like the school description, contact links, and etc. The second menu is the chat room, in which you will see incoming chats from the audience and can initiate a video call with the visitor. In which once you land into the video calling, you can edit your name or add more details. And in this video calling, you can chat, you can share your screen, you can open and mute your mic, and open your camera. And once the conversation is completed, you can click the red button to close the video call. And for the matching, the pre-schedules, you can go into the third menu called Business Matchings, in which you will see incoming inquiries at the request menu, and you can click to reply. And once reply and confirm, it will be shown on your schedules. And once the time arrives, you can click go to meeting, and it will land it into the chat room so that you can start a conversation and have a video calling with the students. And the last part is the brochures uploaded. So you can go into the promotion menu and click edit and click add files. And we accept like various types of the files. So you can try to upload if there's any changes needed. And if you want to, we'll send you with a link as well as an access code so that you can actually go into the fair and have a look at your booth, whether it's all right and completed or not. So if there's any change, you can inform CETA or inform us so that we can change for you. All right, so that's basically covers of the system part of the CETA Virtual World High School Fair. So if there's any questions or comments, please feel free to do so. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jay. Yeah, thank you. That's very informative. And thanks, Andrew and the CETA team. The event on the 20th of Feb was lovely. It went off well. The videos and our files that we uploaded played nicely. There's no problem. The only issue I had was when sharing the screen with a PowerPoint presentation, it would only accept a maximum of 50 megabytes, which is very small for a PowerPoint. Have you addressed that? Has that been fixed?
Actually, for PowerPoint, we recommend to convert it into the PDF, so that because if there's a lot of PowerPoints with a large files, so it might load it quite long for the users. So meaning that it will take some time for them to download. So what we recommend is that if you can convert into PDF and compress it, it will be better for user experience. If you want us to help on that, we can help with that also. So please send a file and we upload into the system for you.
Can I just butt in there? The problem with converting it to PDF is it really doesn't show a proper presentation. It just shows sheets. When you convert into PDF, it doesn't, do you run through. So it just takes longer time, and I think it looks unprofessional.
Okay. So in that way, what I can recommend is that if there's any, how large is the file normally is?
Well, in my case, it was about 250 or 300 meg. So, that's a standard PowerPoint presentation I do. So, and Tessa's right. You've got some lots of photos in there, lots of information. So
okay.
It doesn't always work.
So in that part, if you have like Google Drive or Dropbox link, we can attach those kind of links for you into the school information. Okay. I think in that way, it'll be easier and fast loading for the users.
Yeah, I think it's just best we address this beforehand and not on the actual day. So if we have these solutions, it'd be great. Normally with the students that you see, a PowerPoint presentation is deadly, and you don't have too much time. So often they take photographs of what you're talking about as well. So it's key. It is really key.
Okay. All right.
Can I also just check the time? Because I was told it was 7 a.m. UK time, but Helen, you've just confirmed it's 3 a.m.
As I mentioned in my email, that you can be online any available times as your best convenient. So you can be online. We normally recommend UK school to be online like from 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. UK time, because UK is 7 hours behind Thailand. Yes. And for why you cannot be at the booth, the interpreter will be able to assist you to manage lead and give general information if there is any visitor during your unavailable times.
Okay, and can I also just ask, sorry, if you are doing a call from obviously to call a particular family because they've requested that, where does that call come from? Does that call come from Thailand, or does that call come from the UK. The only reason I'm asking, obviously, because I have an exhibition the same day, as you know. So I've got my interpreter is manning the booth for the hours that I have to be at the other exhibition. So will they go to him? They won't come to me.
Yes, the call will go to the admin who will be online on that day because the call
Okay,
made
brilliant.
from the system. Yep.
Thank you.
Only in the yep. You're welcome.
One question actually from me, if that's okay, is will we possibly be able to have a time where we can brief our interpreters prior to the event? Because obviously if it's going to start at 3 a.m, which is not when obviously is brilliant for UK time, I just wondered if we can set up a time the day before, say on Friday or something similar, at a convenient time to brief our interpreters.
Sure.
I'll come in a little bit there, Helen. Just to explain, the event time is, the webinar is first, and there's 4 speakers spaced about 30 minutes apart, and then we start the exhibition. In the last event, we had the webinar continuing throughout the day. We found that a lot of the families just went to the webinar and didn't go back to the booths after the webinar. So the first part is first 2 hours is the webinar, and then after that it's open for the visitors to chat and view talk to the booths without any other conflicting programs or concurrent programs. So there may be a chance from that time that the webinars are being conducted, that if the interpreters will be on hand right from the beginning. If any families come in early and have an inquiry and want to speak with you, they will set up an appointment time from that 7 a.m. onwards. So we'll check back with you, Henrietta, and everyone there to see if we can have a time during the webinar that you want to brief your interpreter.
Lovely, thanks, Andrew.
Sorry, Andrew, can I just ask, the webinar session, therefore, I think I'm part of that as well, initially in the morning.
Yes.
Just for Jay, if we're doing the webinar with the PowerPoint presentation, will that be the same? So do I have to send that up front in advance so that I don't have any issues on the
So for a webinar, you can share by yourself. So you can just share the screen when presenting in the webinar. But just in case, you can send the link to us as well, so that if there's any technical issues, we can help with that as well.
All right, so I'll send the link to Helen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
please.
sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Good morning. Hello, can I ask a question, please? I was just wondering, are you able to tell us roughly a percentage of how many appointments you think will be made in advance of the day, or are we just waiting around for people to call us and just try to see if we're free and available?
Just to answer on that, we're following up with all the pre-registration families. We can only request that they put an application in advance. The only ones I think that we can be secure of appointments in advance is we have a very active agent in Bangladesh who is basically directing his families to say, you must have your information finished by Wednesday, so we have enough time for appointments. I don't know what volume will come through there. We're also expanding out to other partners for South Korea, Japan, Sri Lanka, as CETA's building up, being a centre for secondary school enrolments. Short answer to your question is I don't really know what percentage will come through. It's just that we're trying as best as possible to improve on the last event, to be more proactive, to get people to commit to talk to the school reps and not just visit the booth and view the video and download the brochures. So we're hoping, all I can say is we're being as proactive as we can to get pre-appointments.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Andrew, can I ask a question?
Certainly.
If the webinars are going on between UK time 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., I can join the actual exhibition at 5 a.m.
Right. Yep. Okay.
So I could do that rather than 7, because that gives me from 5 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yep. Okay. We'll put a circle around it and just clarify times of the webinars, times the and just so that what we've relayed today, we'll put in writing so that you've got a guide to remember, you know, all the times on the day.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Just very briefly, Helen, when will be the time when we'll have the login so we can have a kind of check of everything on our...
The system will be open for you to test and check everything since Wednesday onward.
Wednesday. Okay, lovely. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. If there is no any other questions, so thank you very much for your times, and all information will be sent to you later as the username, password, link, and everything. So, and the system will be open, as I told you, it will open for you to check on Wednesday onward. And if there is any questions or assistance, just email me.